ideas are bad. If somebody's looking for undue or unfair advantage, well, that's for us to find out and throw that guy out on his ear. But the good ones, you listen to.
Tom, you pass it over to Pat Donaldson. That's your thoughts.
Hi, thanks for your question. I got to tell you, it took me a long time to read a 3,000-page bill. Signing the contract, I like handshakes better than contracts, but if I could read it, I would vote no. In regard to, I don't like lobbyists, period. That's why I'm in this. I don't like listening to lobbyists. I believe the lobbyists should be voters. I'd love to see, if I'm elected, I'd like to see input from all 600,000 people in this district. I love the people of this district, and I think they know what's going on. And one thing that the legislators are not doing is listening.
Thank
you very much. And I've had first-hand experience on this lobbying issue. So let's just call what it is. This radio station is a member of the Michigan Association of Broadcasters. And they've been down lobbying us on specific FCC requirements and specific issues on advertising. And I opened the door to Greg Marshall's boss. I opened the door to WTCM or what a variety of different things. And I look in this room and there's a variety of different individuals that are represented, whether it be the Michigan Farm Bureau, Michigan Township Association. Every one of those groups are representing interests within their district. And so whether you take a look at what Mansalona was in, looking to try and create jobs, I listened to them, and they were lobbied both by the Michigan Township Association, by the Michigan villages and cities to help them get their plant expanded there. And I listened to those along with the other members of the legislature. Now the aspect of this legislation and reading every bill, I find that is at times virtually impossible. But I can tell you is that I have a very, very comprehension of everything that is going on. And the aspect of line 37 on page 29 of the bill, I cannot tell you for rote that I have memorized. But I can tell you on what's the impact on it, what the fiscal impacts are going to be, and the understanding. I've done that for years. I'm sorry? Those are the things that we've carved out on those budgets, and we've worked very hard to find that. And if you go back to what Governor Granholm has tried to do, and this is why I'm uniquely qualified to fight President Obama, is she's tried to, we could reduce the size of government by 20% in the state of Michigan under her rule by the Senate with only 3 extra votes. And so we've been able to fight back with the interest groups, with the special interest groups, and Lansing doing the same thing in election.
The last comment the gentleman was asking about the hidden report, Senator Allen is responding to that. Don, who are your responses?
Okay, whenever a question is put forth from an audience like this, it tends to get melted down a little bit before it gets to the last candidate. Now, the real issue that he was asking about was, would you sign a bill that you had never read? And I can't even describe a word except for absurdity. No such a thing would ever be done, and it has not been done in the history of this country before. If you remember Nancy Pelosi said, well, sign the bill and then we'll tell you what's in it after a while. That's really Americana. But anyway, as far as passing legislation that has not been read, I'll carry it a step further. There was a gentleman that is a congressman from the state of Arizona, and he tried to pass a law, and he couldn't get it into law because Nancy wouldn't let him. But it's called the Enumerated Powers Act. Now, I didn't say enumerated powers, I said the act. And he tried to get this legislation passed, and they considered it as a rule, and they put it into committee, but that's as far as they would go with it. The Enumerated Powers Act means that if you're going to have a bill passed by the United States Congress, whether it be in the Senate or the House of Representatives, you must provide an essay or else another letter of how it would fit into the Constitution of the United States. In other words, if you've got a bill, you have to prove to the people of this country that it is constitutional. And if you can't do that, then it shouldn't even get out of the floor. So, by all means, I think that the Enumerated Powers Act should be put into law. And with the rest of the question, Bill, would you relate some more of it that you wanted? Or John, the name is lobbyist. Okay. No, I will not accept any money. I'll sign anything anybody wants to say about it.